public displays of homesteading. And in this segment, we're going to do some random acts of homesteading. So, what does that mean? Look at my trusty old friend here, my Amarok. And of course, the management. I don't know if I'm showing you. Turkeys. Anyways, let me flip this camera angle around. I have compost to take out, so let's take care of that first. So I have this compost pile back here. It's been going for, I don't know, a year and a half. Hi, big brother. But since this is the high desert, the compost pile is not breaking down. Whoa! No chickens right now. In a minute. So I do not recommend having an above ground compost pile if you live in northern Arizona. It's become kind of unmanageable. But this is a chore for winter, is that I can task our son. Yeah, I can task our son with digging a trench next to the compost pile, and then we can work together pitchforking this massive pile into the trench and just keep digging trenches around the compost pile until it all gets underground. So next chore, oh, it's not a chore, but the next thing to do. Let me see if I can aim you right. The next thing to do. You can't walk past this little guy, big guy, whatever. You can't walk past him without giving him a treat. Oh, you're so nice. Yes. Oh, yes. He needs scritches. He always needs scritches, huh? Oh, don't eat my hat. Don't eat my hat. And of course, at my feet. All right, now that I gave the ram tribute, we can carry on to the next chore. Oh my goodness, get a load of that. Can you see him? I think, am I aiming it right? No, I missed it all. Oh, rock. He was rolling on his back, showing that cute little polar bear tummy. All right, next thing to do, I've got this tub here. I'm going to switch the perspective. All right, I've got this tub here. Let me put the compost tubs down. Okay, so off-grid, we use a composting toilet system. Hi, Fleeter Meowser. Yeah, we use a composting toilet system, and that requires putting carbonaceous material on top of our deposits. And we buy peat for that because we live on alkaline soil. The peat, when it breaks down into compost, makes a good acidification or buffer. So keep the peat inside this shipping container. Let me make sure you can see what I'm doing. I think you can. I know some people have opinions about using peat. I'm okay with not sharing potential other opinions. We can agree to disagree. Peat is a great product for us. So if you ever go to live off-grid in a windy, wild place, save up and get a shipping container. They make life so much better. They're immovable objects. They're lockable. They're watertight. You can do all kinds of stuff to modify them for your life. And I'm just going to stick this bucket of peat here and carry on to the next chore. So I'm glad that some people are joining us today. Let's see. We've got Clan Blocks, hello. We've got Brooklyn Joseph, hello, hello. And Omega, thank God you're here. I concur. So I think the next thing we're going to do is take Whitey out of the box and put him and his family into the garden. Because they don't really scratch too much. There's a lot of green for them to eat in there. And that way Whitey doesn't just sit in a box all the time. Poor little Whitey. So Whitey is the blind turkey that we're raising, because other than being blind and kind of a screw loose, Whitey's pretty copacetic. So let me flip this. That's Blackie. That's Whitey's big sibling. And then Darlene and the chicken brothers are in here. Hot or cold where we are? It is both. Right now it's mostly cold, but pretty mild in the daytime. Mid-20s at night. Hello, hello, Jamie. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you. So glad to see you here. So I'm going to take Whitey out. Come here. Blackie, come here. Come here. That's a good baby. All right. Whitey. Whitey knows my voice. Hi, Whitey. Hi, Whitey. Come here. Come here, Whitey. Come here, baby. Good baby. There's Whitey. Whitey has dirty feet. So, sorry, Darlene. Excuse me. I don't think any creature should stay in a cage all the time. So, Whitey can't get around too well on its own. Bumps into everything. And birds are jerks. So, birds are not nice. The other chickens and turkeys will pick on Whitey. And also, Darlene and her family, the rest of the siblings, they don't want to leave Whitey alone. So they end up just staying in that kennel all day when they should be free-ranging. So I take and put Whitey here. I think you can see. Yeah, there you go. There. So Whitey can bumble around in here, no problem. Won't get picked on. Can sunbathe, dust bathe. Can peck at green plants. And I'm going to push his family in here. Okay, Darlene. That's Blackie still. Darlene is in here. Okay. Come on, Darlene. Go be with Whitey. There you go. Go be with Whitey. Just gonna kind of march her in there. Turkeys have a mind of their own. Come on, Darlene. Go inside. Such a good mama. Go inside, Darlene. That a girl. Now, here come her other babies. Blackie and the two chicken chicks, big brother and little brother. Go on, Blackie. Go inside. Go inside, boys. Go on. You have to go in the gate. You can't walk through the fence. Go on in. There we go. Now the family's all together. Blackie's very happy to get some green grass. Darlene's grazing on some grass. So are the chicken chicks. Looks like Whitey's getting a little standing up basking. Sometimes having the siblings around will stimulate Whitey to go ahead and graze also. So these chicken chicks are special because they've been raised by a turkey, and so they were not instructed in the ways of scratching. Turkeys do more foraging, browsing, as you see. They'll do a little scratching, especially if you're digging next to them, then the turkeys will also dig. But if I let Peregrine and her little chicks in here, they just completely scratch holes. They would dig up the garlic bulbs. Chickens will wreak havoc in your vegetable garden, so don't turn chickens into your vegetable garden until you're terminating your cover crops or whatnot. Unless your turkeys raised your chickens. Right, little brother? Snowpaws. Your neighbor also has a turkey named Stanley. I love that. I think turkeys should always be given kind of old-fashioned people names like that. Hey, Dawn. Welcome back. Glad to see you again. I love listening to turkeys, too. They're very talkative. So these chicken chicks are just learning to make actual grown-up noises. The big one that just went by, that one's already crowing. This little smaller one, not yet. And I'm thrilled to have snow peas at the end of November. I cannot believe this. How you doing, Whitey? Yeah, I enjoyed watching you. I don't know if you're knitting or crocheting, but that was really beautiful. What a lovely day. They have been skywriting, and I think that's where all this haze came from. They started in pre-dawn, and now it's very hazy. But it's still a really nice day. It's like, I don't know, 60 maybe, 55? Not too much of a wind. Just a gentle light breeze. So, oh, crocheting a shawl. Oh, that is so kind. I love that you're doing that. Blessings. And up next in my chore routine, I mean, it's not really a chore. Is playing with animals a chore? I mean, get a load of this. Everybody gets along. Oh, Roger's such a good boy. He does chase cats from time to time. That's one of his weaknesses. Oh, big boy. Good dog. But anyways, next up in the things to do list is to put Poplar Hoppler in the rabbit garden for his exercise day. So here we come back to the barnyard. Hello, rabbits. Hello. Hello, rabbits. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I did that. I was so focused on filming, and then it didn't even take. I left this open. Oh my goodness. All right, I can see. All right, everybody's counted for. Nobody jumped out. Heart attack time. Oh my goodness, my heart is pounding so hard. Oh, I'm so lucky that they're all safe. Looks like this one's learning how to drink out of the water bowl. Little cuties. All right, so the exercise rabbit of the day is Poplar Hoppler. I gotta set up this dealio. Let's put it there. And oops, there's a hole. The caveat to taking rabbits outside and exercising them is they don't want to be taken out of their cage. They want to be exercised, but they do not like being taken out of their cage. So, let's see if he gives me too much trouble. They also don't like when I wear my hat. They get scared of the hat. Come on, big guy. Good job. So if you see, I kind of grab him behind the hawk here. And then I make a platform for him to sit on and a place to hide his face. And I can squeeze him and use my right hand at the same time. So, let's see what we got. Before I put it out of here. There you go. Okay, and then there's another thing to do because we have a whole complex dug out down here. And I've just been letting them enjoy it. So I have to give them access to it because otherwise they'll dig their own additional access to go down the rabbit hole. Poplar. Whew. So now he can enjoy going down the rabbit hole as much as he likes. See what I mean? They love to dig. And I think all animals should be allowed to express their intrinsic nature. And European rabbits, which is all domesticated rabbits descended from the European rabbit. And those are the kind from Watership down that dig warrens. Excuse me. So this rabbit hole, one side goes into the playpen and the other side goes into no one knows how far. There's probably like a big gallery with radiating tunnels. When it's time for the babies to start going back in their playpen, then it'll be time to completely overhaul the flooring so that nobody can get out. Nobody can get in, nobody can get out. Because we need to have two spaces for the rabbits to exercise. When we have the litters hopping around, they need to come out here and be able to play. And the adults still need to take their daily exercise too. So that's how I do rabbits. Let me walk back over here. I want to refill anybody's water that needs it and make sure everybody's doing okay. And also take a look at if you all said anything that I want to respond to. Thank you, Dawn. Amarok is a Pyrenees mix. We think he's so pretty. He's nice too. Well, he's nice to us, but woe betide anyone who comes in. Let's see. We've also got Christian Venter. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining us. All right. Regathering my thoughts. I was going to get the water. Okay, I'm going to do that while you watch the bunnies. Excuse me. Excuse me. You're not supposed to be in here, meow. So adorable when the babies start coming out like this. Their cutest age. Go. Okay, so that is all the rabbits watered. I have to go make sure Poplar outside has water. Let me get myself put back together here with the tripod, and we'll give him some water. I hope Fleeter Mouse is not still in there. I'll have to check after I top this water off. So this is also kind of a bird area. You get blue jays and things that come and drink here. Eventually I'm going to put a tiled pond thing there. There's our cold bed, or what do they call it? A cold frame. And I've been gathering branches to line the outside of the rabbit garden. It just gives them more to do. Right, Poplar? They like to come up to edges and dig a scrape. They like to go in between the branches and hide. I just have to always maintain and come back and shovel some more dirt back in the hole. But this rabbit garden is starting to come along. This past summer, I managed to get nice and green full of sunflowers. And then I finally am doing one of those. So in the springtime, we bought a whole bunch of these from the dollar store and then I put seed oil on them, and they've kind of sat waiting because I was busy in the vegetable garden. But now that the vegetable garden is going more dormant, I went ahead and pounded these in. They could use evening out. And then the weft I used was sunflower stalks. So it's almost completely woven in sunflower stalks. But also there's a few globe mallow stalks. And I have more globe mallow stalks that I can add. Like there's a globe mallow, and then here's a willow, and I have a few more sunflowers that I can weave in. So that's what's going on in the rabbit garden. And I dump animal litter. This was a dug deep basin that has rotted compost at the bottom, and I just keep topping it off. Collection of pretty rocks. And then I have a whole collection of mosaic tesserae of various types. The turkeys come in here and mess things up. So we're going to have a cold snap, and then we're going to have another kind of warm spell, and I'll be able to get some more traction. Put another course on this bottle wall. I save salsa and spaghetti jars and all types of jars, as well as regular bottles, and people give me their bottles. But I'm going to start duct taping the wine bottles into like the spaghetti jars to form bottle bricks. Oh wow, hello Steve, good to see you here. Yay, you love my wattle fence, I do too. It's gonna be awesome. Huh, I wonder what Amarok hears. Yeah, so that's the plan for the rabbit garden. It just has to go slowly. And ultimately this whole fence is going to be like a cob mosaic bottle wall surround. So it might look like I have too many now, but I'm going to run out and probably have to hit up the bar in town, maybe do a bottle drive. We'll see what goes on. Another thing we need to take care of, I'm probably not going to do this today. I have a lot of other things to do, but peel this netting up out of where the plant has grown into it. Because it's about time to do our sheep drive and put the ladies with the gents. So I'm going to check back in with these guys. How are they doing? See, Whitey might be blind and, you know, bless its heart, kind of special, but has quality of life, the most we can accommodate. Healthy, happy in the sunshine. Hear that cheep? That's a happy turkey noise. Yeah, this is awesome, Steve, for you to be here with me live. I really like doing the lives because it's just kind of al fresco. I don't have to be troubled with perfectionism because there's no conceivable way of making it perfect. So there are so many other things that I could do and that I should do. Could maybe show you my to-do list, starting with this new development in the garden. So once again, pause a moment to honor Brisket, most noble, best dog in the world. And we are going to use the berm that we built up over his monument here, and we're going to dig a tree basin there and extend the berm all the way outside the fence to capture the runoff. We get runoff that comes all the way from the front gate, and it runs down, and it just runs on the side of the fence and is contributing to a head cut down below. So we're gonna make a berm, capture that water, and collect it in a tree basin right here, demi-lune style. I liked how Jamie from Greening the Mojave Desert called it an Arizona smile, so we're going to call it that too. Arizona smile there, and then offset Arizona smiles down this fence line, and we're going to try doing some syntropic tree planting nests with guilds. But first I'm harvesting the gravel that was dumped here for when this was an RV pad for my mama. So that's kind of a toil. But that's what we do here, radical incrementalism. But I'm looking forward to continuing to grow on the edge, all along this front fence line. Since the raspberries are doing so well on the trellis, I can start propagating from those and have a raspberry arbor to walk through, and hopefully raspberries all down the fence line. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go inside and take a break. Yeah, you like that? Steve, stopping the runoff is the goal. It's just, first we got to put out some immediate concerns, but I try to make things function stack, so digging a tree basin and catching runoff is kind of a twofer. Harvesting the gravel to add to the tree ring, and also to the around the bottom of the shed. And just that gravel there is not functional anymore. I just wanted to come in and say hello to these guys again. That's suspiciously like getting into the dirt there, Blackie. You stay out of the actual garlic furrows. I think Blackie is going to dust bathe right now. Blackie's like, I could use some privacy, please. I'm going to ask Blackie to move to another location to dust bathe. Okay? I know, but that's not good for me. I know it's good for you. Find another spot. Cannot sacrifice precious garlic for your dust bathing purposes. That's a better spot. All right, folks, I'm going to prepare for the next phase in this Thanksgiving Day marathon of public displays of homesteading. Cheers and blessings.